Yo, what's up? What's going on? It's Lugo back with Fat to Fit day 53. Today I did some back, biceps, and a little bit of rear delts. And honestly, it was a good workout. I had a lot of food yesterday and felt pretty good when I woke up this morning, like very well rested and strong, and the workout was really good. I started drinking Gatorade with whey protein and some EAAs during my workout about, I don't know, a week ago, or maybe it was a little bit over a week ago. And the workout since then, like my capability to just keep on the workout and my endurance during the workout has substantially increased, because I was kind of struggling to finish workouts before because I don't eat before I train, um, because I train very early in the morning around 7 a.m. Because I'm working out outside. I mean, honestly, even if I wasn't working out outside and I was trying to beat the sun, I would still train very early. I like to get it out of the way. First thing to do in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m. has always, since I've started lifting and bodybuilding, and after really high school when I could, I've always trained in the morning, specifically just because it gets kind of hot here. Even you know, besides winter, really it gets pretty hot here, so I enjoy training in the morning to really combat that, as well as I just like getting it out of the way. But I don't eat before I train because a lot of the times I'd have to wake up either earlier or train later, and I don't really particularly want to do that at the moment, because I don't think it'll really affect much because I'm in such a surplus already with my body weight that it's probably could make a difference, but not as much as I really would care to wait for it. Um, and so I just train, and it has been helping because it gives me carbs, protein, and some EAAs, which transports the protein better, um, which has led to more, you know what's the word I'm trying to say, better endurance during the workouts, like being able to carry it on better and finish strong, especially doing that, knowing that I do a heavy compound and then a lot of stuff after, especially on something like back day. It's very hard. The only day I don't really drink it is my second leg day because it's not that hard. I didn't drink it last leg day, and I think that really affected me, especially because I didn't really eat a lot before that leg day, and I noticed it. Like the squats looked okay, they moved okay when I was looking at it, but they felt really bad when I was doing them, and it really took a lot to finish those. So I think the only day that I won't really drink an intra workout is my second leg day, at least until it starts to get heavy enough to where uh, it's gonna catch up to a difficult territory. And honestly, it'll probably get harder when I get back to my gym. Hopefully this week, I might go back on Saturday and lift around 4 to 5 a.m. But that second leg day will be significantly harder when I go back to my gym because I will be doing belt squats instead of leg extensions, or I'll add belt squats in because I'll finally have a machine to use. But I'm excited for training. Honestly, like my body weight, as much as it hasn't really moved in a few days, it's maintaining, and it's not going up, which I'm happy about. Because I don't want it to go back up. I want to, you know, obviously want to lose, but knowing what I know, I know that it's not going to go down all the time, and I know that it's usually it's going to go back up, but the fact that it's where it is right now, like 312, and staying there, I know that I'm, you know, losing fat still because I'm eating less. It's just not going down yet. And I'm hoping it stays that way because I'm going to eat a lot tomorrow. I'm going to have a grill out with my family, and then Friday I might eat with one of my friends. So we'll see how how the body weight trends, um, and in what direction. But I'm satisfied right now. I'm happy with where it's going. I'm still obviously striving for more, but I am satisfied currently, especially with my training going well, and really rapidly gaining my strength back, which is expected. But it always feels good to get back what you've lost, even if you know that it's going to happen. Um, and again, I've said this a lot, but just grateful to train, grateful to move, grateful to be alive, and just enjoy training again. And I know that what I'm doing will be a reflection, you know, in a year. Right now, it doesn't really look like I train all that much, but I know that in a year time doing this again, good diet, I will look like I train, and that'll be reflected in my physique. um, but as far as it goes, I really just cannot stress the importance of trusting what it is that you're doing, and believing in yourself. Really, I think that that's so important, and I don't know if I've ever had this much self belief and confidence in myself. Usually, before, when I was losing weight, because I've lost weight a lot in my life, it was anxiety filled and ridden because I didn't want to be where I was. I didn't want to be the weight that I was. And I understand that it is self inflicted, and this is my fault the way that I am now, but it sucks losing it because you have to really feel and deal with the consequences of your actions. And you don't really understand that until it's time to go the other way, when you've been building yourself in a deficit mentally and physically, or in a surplus physically, for such a long time, until it's time to lose it. And that's something that people don't really understand. Like, you really just don't become conscious of your decisions until you're actually trying to change. And it's very hard. It's a battle mentally all the time. you know Sometimes I want to give up, sometimes it's hard, like it's just tough. But I've always been a level of mentally resilient when it comes to this stuff, and now more than ever, because I trust myself to not squander it. And I know that if I have a bad day, if I have a bad week, it's not going to be the end of what I'm trying to do unless I give up. And I know that because I've given up before, and I know that had I caught myself at any of the points that I was slipping and falling into the abyss, that I could have reversed what I was doing, and I didn't. But now looking back, I understand that it was never this. I just became overweight overnight, over a week, over a month. It was continuous abuse of food and really mental abuse that led me to the position that I am currently, and that I could have grabbed the reins at any moment and started reversing it, and I would have been, in a better spot. And I truly understand that now, that I can have a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, and all it really takes is for me to start getting back on track and realizing that the world doesn't end after a bad session, a bad eating day, you know, few bad eating days, bad eating weeks, bad eating months. You can always get back to where you were. It's all about grit and determination, and trusting yourself that you can do it. And I honestly can't stress that enough. I don't know if I've talked about this and the mental side that really comes with losing this much weight, but I've been here before. I've had this much weight. This is the most I've ever weighed. Last time I lost it, I was 300. And it never gets easier to lose it because you always tell yourself this is going to be the last time. And for sure, 100%, this will be the last time that I lose it because I trust myself now more than ever than I did before to lose it. And I have other factors in play that I know that are going to help me to keep it off, but it's just really exhausting. And I just want you guys to know, if anyone's watching this in the same position, that all it takes is effort, day in and day out. You got to keep going one step in front of the other, take it a day at a time, take it, meal at a time, and just put in the effort. You can't get somewhere without doing something yourself. It's up to you to make your life better. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to save you. And that sucks to hear, but you have to understand that it is your choices and decisions that make up the current you. And there's no one else that can change that. No one else that can influence that. At the end of the day, you have the final say of what happens in your life. And I think that it's time for everyone to wake up and realize that. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you flourish. The video has come to an end though, and I hope that you enjoyed my rant about mentality, and I hope that you take some of it into account. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 54.